It is Sunday, otherwise known as Runday. My Sundays are an absolute ritual. I love them so much. I have a really good little routine going, starting with doing my skincare, which I'm now marinating in, making my iced coffee, which is my run pre-workout. And then while I'm having that, I just check on my washing, which I did yesterday to make sure that it's dry. And then I bring that all in. So I'm gonna stick you on the window. Perfect. And yeah, if you're someone who likes pre-workout, the other ones are literally just expensive caffeine. You may as well just drink a bloody coffee. So yeah, I was someone who was having them for a little bit, and then I just didn't really get the hype, and it's literally much more cost effective just to have regular coffee. So that's gonna do me for my run. So I'm gonna have this, and yeah. So I've come out to the garage for my warm up today. I would normally just warm up in my lounge room, but my activation has actually changed as of this week. So I need more equipment out here. This is the garage setup. It's giving very much lockdown vibes. I haven't really touched this stuff in a long time. So as you would have seen, it's like a 10-second hold and then 10 pulses. And I think I'm meant to build up to like doing 15 to 20 and starting with like lower reps, because if you try and do too many reps but the quality of them declines, it's kind of not really doing anything for you anyway. So you're better off, because these movements are quite challenging, quite hard, you're better off doing a smaller rep range with reps that you can nail and do really, really well, rather than just doing heaps without doing it, executing it properly. So this is the next one. So what we also discovered is I'm quite weak in my lateral plank movement. So this one is fucking humbling. It looks like not much, but bloody hell. Oh gosh. So what I'm supposed to do there, I'm supposed to be able to build up to doing a dip through the hip, and making sure that it's my glute on the side here really holding me up, but just holding it in that position is challenging enough already. So I'm starting with that for 15 seconds, and then the goal is to build up more strength to add in, incorporating that dip in. And same thing the other side. Oh my God. Oh, Lordy. So you're trying to hold that leg out to the side as high as you can, so you're just really feeling it in your abductors and in the side of your glutes as well. And yeah, as you can see, I'm shaking quite a lot, so it's a very challenging movement that I've got to get stronger in. So by set 2 is where I really start shaking and struggling. Oh my God. Alrighty, next I'm setting up for a single leg hip thrust. So I'm going to use this for my feet because the bench that we have is a little bit too high. So I'm going shoes off as well so I can have a better connection with the block here. And I'm using my heel, so I take my hamstring out of it and I'm just using my glute. Move it a little bit closer so my shin is nice and vertical. Side. Alrighty, lastly, doing a hamstring iso hold. Close enough. So I'm trying to keep my foot more forward over my body, not here because that makes it that little bit harder. I'm trying to make sure my toes with the foot that's on the bench really straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, bloody hell. And that is the activation. And while I'm here, I might just do my shoulder activation and my AC joint activation because that's been a bit sore lately too. So the cat camel bird dog, it's a combination of 2 movements. So you've got the cat camel, which is typically in yoga, sinking and extending through the shoulder blades, and then you've got the bird dog, which is traditionally a core stability exercise where you're switching between both sides. So combine them together for the cat camel bird dog, which is the ultimate exercise for scapular stability. Because I find that when you're benching or doing any sort of pressing movement, if you're more prone to flaring through the elbow, it can be an indication of having scapular weakness, or not so much a scapula, that's the bone. It's the muscle called the serratus anterior. That is the muscle kind of in the shoulder joint under the lat. So your latissimus dorsi is your more superficial muscle that you can see, and the serratus anterior, I believe, is the deeper one. And when that one is a bit weak, that can kind of cause stability issues. And there's just lots of little muscles in and around your rotator cuff of your shoulder as well. So that's a really good one for that. So I'll do a second set there. So now I'm setting up for the anti-bench, which I would usually do on a cable machine at the gym, but so I don't have one here, so I'm using a resistance band. And I believe this used to be a mop. Anyway, it's the pole we're going to use for that. I often do get comments from clients about a lot of activation work before starting their sessions, and the reality is if you want to perform at your best, you need to be doing everything you can to make sure that your joints and your muscles and your weaknesses are addressed. And sometimes that might mean spending 20 minutes to 30 minutes on just activation. So all this usually takes me half an hour. But the deeper you get into your journey and the heavier weights you start moving, that is a lot more stress and demand being placed on your body. So you need to be able to commit to doing these things as part of the process so that your body can handle everything that you put it through. You can't just walk into the gym and go straight into a barbell squat. Like, you need to be doing the prep work so that it moves better, and ultimately you're doing yourself a favor. So these two things I'm doing here, are they necessary for me to be able to run today? Absolutely not. I'm obviously not using my arms to run. The leg stuff is definitely important, but when you get little niggles and stuff, like I've been pretty sore in my AC joint, which is the one that kind of runs through your collarbone, doing these exercises more frequently allows you to recover from them better as well, and just make sure that the area that is weak is getting activated more frequently too, which will just make it more responsive in general. Getting ready for the day. Now I'm going to smash out my meal prep for me and Dylan. So I think I'm going to make a reel out of this, so I won't be able to show much on here, but I will share it once it's done. So the meal prep is on. I've prepped chili con carne for us this week, and while I'm just waiting for that to simmer down, I'm actually chopping up all of my fruit that I want to have for the week and popping that into my containers. Just got back from Eastland. Now I'm keen to sit down and do some editing.